Hello everyone, I'm Marvin Plackett, and today is Tuesday, June 2nd. Summer's here. Greetings to all residents, to all staff, and to all guests. So as you know, for a fourth night in a row, we've had relatively peace and calm in St. Paul when it comes to the social unrest. Certainly there were very large gatherings at the governor's mansion and in a few other places around the city, but relatively peaceful, so we're very pleased about that. We certainly, absolutely, firmly stand with our brothers and sisters of color. We stand with our brothers and sisters from every nation, from every color, from every background, from every religion. As one of our key management staff said in a Zoom meeting this morning, what is happening at this time is not a fight for only persons of color. This is a fight for all of us. Dr. Martin Luther King, he has so many wonderful quotes. I read one yesterday. I'm reading another one to you right now. Many of our white brothers and sisters, as evidenced by their presence here today, have come to realize their destiny is tied up with our destiny, and their freedom is inextricably bound to our freedom. Amen, amen, amen. Today I'm pleased to report that there are no new confirmed COVID-19 cases at Episcopal homes. So that means that we continue to have 22 confirmed COVID cases at this time. 10 are residents, 12 are staff. The majority of our residents, once again, they were on Gilbert House, and they're now on our dedicated COVID-19 unit. One resident is living at Seabury. She is self-quarantining there until she is COVID-free. She's feeling very fine, feeling good, recovering, absolutely, in fact, had very mild symptoms. But nevertheless, my point is everybody is on our dedicated COVID unit except the one that is in Seabury. I mentioned yesterday that 283 out of 287 test results were already in. So those 4 additional tests came in, and those are all negative, okay? So those 4 additional tests. So that means out of 287 tests that were completed at Episcopal Church Home, one of our 2 nursing homes, that out of those 287 tests, 6 were positive. That's 2.1% tests that are positive. Once again, that is a great story. That is a great success. One, of course, is more than we want. We want to be COVID-free. In the context, though, of congregate living, of an organization like Episcopal Homes, those are excellent numbers. We're very proud of that, and that means that we're doing a number of things right, and that's thanks to you, that's thanks to all of us. Today and tomorrow, we are testing all residents and all staff at Iris Park Commons. That's our assisted living facility. And so today and tomorrow, that means tests should be in by Friday, ideally. We will see, and certainly I'm going to be giving you those results just as soon as they come in. Remember to practice the most important matters of social distancing and wearing a face mask. And as our society opens up, I'm not just talking about here at Episcopal Homes. I'm talking about with all of your interactions. You live and eat here, but you may shop elsewhere. You might be going back to your churches for those of you that are independent and able to go to your churches. Some of you are choosing to go get a haircut or your hair done. And so anytime you are interacting with others, remember the practice of social distancing and wearing your face mask, frequent hand washing, absolutely vital. Those steps taken together, they are most important measures that we put in place. Since there's not a vaccine at this time, that essentially is our cocktail. That is our vaccine as best it can be. It's not 100%, but it sure goes a long way to preventing the contraction of the virus and to limiting the spread. So important. And for that, we need everybody's help, everybody's cooperation. Tomorrow, I will not be here to do this update. Mary Ruthio is going to do it in my place. So until Thursday, see you Thursday. Until then, be well, take care. I look forward to giving you an update then. And now for some final words from Phil Rose.
Good afternoon. Thank you, Marvin. So when I first arrived at Episcopal Homes about 5 years ago, I put together a book study based on Jim Wallace's book, America's Original Sin, and that original sin being racism in America. And we had tremendous outpouring of participation in that. And one of the highlights of that was Melvin Carter Jr., the mayor's father, who came and spoke here, and a lot of people learned quite a bit, and it was a really, really helpful thing for us. And I've been thinking about how do we as Episcopal Homes, and especially how does the Spiritual Life Department respond to the current situation that we are in. And I want to let you know that we're working on setting up perhaps a book study, perhaps a movie series. What we're thinking is maybe we'll read a portion of a book. There's one that has a book and a journal. So we would read a portion of the book, people would do the journal, and then we might have a Zoom call and people could interact and dialogue about that. Of course, all of these things are challenged by the fact that we continue to be quarantined with the pandemic. So we need to make sure we do it safely. But I want you to know that we are going to be coming up with something so that we can have meaningful conversations here in this community and learn and figure out how we can help be part of the solution and not part of the problem. The Episcopal Church in the United States sent out something to clergy recently, which I want to share part of that with you. It is entitled Responding to Racist Violence as the People of God. And they make a couple of suggestions that I think are really helpful. One is for individuals. And they have 4 things that they ask individuals to do. Tell the truth when it's tempting to be quiet. Seek the stories of people who are different from you, especially from those of the underside. Act and speak in ways that bring life, instead of tearing others down to build yourself up. Repair what has been broken in your own life and the community, as well as in our society and our institutions. And they point out it doesn't matter if you broke it, you can be part of the healing. And they talk about what does it mean to love, what does love look like for a faithful citizen? Among other things, they say vote for leadership at the local, state, and federal levels who foster the beloved community. Call on elected officials and authorities to support just legislation and policies, and be present to the struggle for justice in the ways in which you feel you are called. I think these are excellent ways of being a community of love, being the beloved community. And then they offer 3 questions for reflection. And I'm going to give those to you today, and I would love for you to think about them. And if you have some responses that you'd like to share with me, you can do so at pros@episcopalhomes.org. What is your greatest anxiety or concern given the current situation? What gives you energy or inspires you to act in the current situation? What resources or relationships do you need most right now? Like I said, if you're moved to answer those questions, if you see me, tell me what you're thinking about those, or send me a message. That will help us frame maybe how we're going to respond and things that we can do right here in this community right now. Thank you very much. I will be back in about 20 minutes for the Catholic service.